Thank you to Thrive Market for sponsoring this video. You will hear more about them later on. Right now, I'm digging into my Thrive Market box to retrieve an item that inspired the first breakfast of this video, which is oatmeal. The item is not oatmeal though. The item is this absolutely decadent, lovely gingerbread pecan butter. I didn't know what to think about how it would be when I received it, but I was so excited, and of course I love it. One thing about me is that I will eat any nutty thing. I will eat anything with a good nutty flavor, you know? I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, I'm making some oatmeal. I make a lot of oatmeal in this video, just so you know. So if you really don't want to see that, you gotta click out now because I make oatmeal like 4 times. But I've been eating a lot of oatmeal lately. But right now, oh, side note, this extra creamy oatmeal from Walmart, the Great Value brand, is very delicious, above my expectations. I'm making a pb&j oatmeal breakfast today. I used to love making pb&j oatmeal because it's so easy. You just scoop in some peanut butter, scoop in some jelly. For a while I had some jelly that I was trying to get rid of, so it was like perfect, you know? I went through it so fast. You don't have to add any sweetener to your oats or anything because the jelly makes it sweet, you know? I cook my oatmeal with a little bit of water, and then I add some salt, a good generous amount of salt, okay? If you've never tried that, you better try it. And then I add a little bit of milk on top. I don't know why. I feel like whenever you add milk before you microwave the oats, they explode. Anybody else? Also, am I really making this at noon? Oh geez. I don't usually eat breakfast at noon, I swear. Or sometimes I do. But it doesn't mean that I woke up at noon. It just, you know, I often take a long time to eat breakfast. I don't get hungry, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, I'm starving. I haven't had breakfast. And then I also added cinnamon to it, of course. I put a lot in there, okay? I did. But I really wanted to taste these flavors, you know? And I can't make it look any better than it looks, okay? It's oatmeal. It's gonna look like sludge because it is sludge, but it was absolutely delicious. I could taste all of the holidays in there. All of them. Even St. Patrick's Day. Just kidding. But yeah, it was really good. It was delicious. Yes, and then I'm making some coffee. Another thing that I make several times during this video featuring holiday flavors that I felt like making. Right now, I am utilizing some cinnamon creamer that I froze as ice cubes because it was going bad before I could finish it. Love iced coffee. I almost always prefer iced coffee. So I always make like 3 to 4 servings of coffee in my French press, and then I let it cool down and put it in the fridge for the next few days, you know? But sometimes I just want it immediately. I don't want to wait for it to cool down. So right now I'm using my creamer ice cubes to cool down the coffee, while also the coffee thaws my creamer ice cubes and it melts together and it makes it amazing. But anyways, this is a cinnamon creamer that I froze. So I was like, why don't I expand upon that and make like a fall spiced coffee, you know, basically a pumpkin spice latte, but no pumpkin at all. Just the spices of the pumpkin spice, you know? It wasn't melting as quick as I wanted it to, so I used my hand frother, electric frother, whatever that's called, in there, and that helped it mix together. It also helps the spices mix in there. I have to remind myself to not say seasonings because that's very unappetizing when you're talking about like a coffee. You don't, well, I'm sure some people season their coffee. I'm sure they do, and no judgment to that. I would love to try it. Would I like it? Probably not, but I would try it. Like a spicy coffee? I don't know. Okay, so then I also put some maple syrup in there. Anyways, so yes. Keeping in theme of this video, getting into the holiday spirit, the winter and holiday spirits, I want to show you the stuff that I got from today's sponsor, Thrive Market. If you've never heard of Thrive Market before, they are an online membership-based grocery store on a mission to make healthy living easy and affordable for everyone. It is such a large box that I'm not gonna put it on the counter. But anyways, let's go through some things that I got. So, first thing, which I have not tried yet, this white chocolate matcha popcorn. I just saw the flavor initially. Wouldn't have even thought about these being vegan, but because something that's great about Thrive Market is that you can filter your searches. So I'll be in the holiday section looking for little holiday snacks, but I click vegan, so I make sure I only see vegan snacks. All this, and I was like, oh, that's probably not vegan. And then I was like, wait a minute, I'm in the vegan, I filtered it vegan. So anyways, white chocolate matcha, I've never seen that as a flavor combination. How is it winter? I'm not really sure, but like I feel it. Maybe it's like the green grass with the snow on top of it. I actually got a chocolate advent calendar as a small gift to my roommate because I feel like she would appreciate it. I really just wanted an excuse to buy it, and I didn't really feel like buying an advent calendar for myself. Some instant mashed potatoes. I've learned last year that it's like a hack to add instant mashed potatoes to any soup and make it like thicker and creamier, like a partial blended soup, you know? I also got some canned pumpkin. Always gotta have canned pumpkin. I got some coconut milk. I always gotta have coconut milk. And ethically sourced. Again, stocking up the pantry. I love to have pantry milks always on hand because it's the worst thing to run out of milk. The worst thing. Vegan marshmallows can sometimes be hard to come by and also can be way overpriced. Oh my gosh. So I stocked up on some regular mini marshmallows and some peppermint mini marshmallows. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with these, but something. I would like to put them in some hot chocolate to have like peppermint hot chocolate, or I would bake something like a chocolate thing and then put them in there. Some holiday teas, which I'm so excited about. Peppermint bark tea, comfort and joy tea, cinnamon vanilla tea, pumpkin spice tea. Now that it's cold, I'm gonna be drinking tea more to warm me up. Oh yeah, sweetened condensed coconut milk. It's something that I never have. They don't sell it at a lot of stores. Holiday spice cashews. I really just got all the holiday stuff. Anything that sounded good and was like holiday themed, I bought it. Gingerbread pecan butter. All the nut butters from this brand are like, they're built different. Like, I don't know. These peppermint cream trees, chocolate trees. I used to love Junior Mints, and then I realized that they weren't vegan because they have confectioner's glaze in them, I think. These are like Junior Mints, but like the chocolate is way better and there's more chocolate. It's like good thick chocolate. I also got these vegan orange chocolate truffles. I was trying to think of like holiday flavor combinations or flavors, you know? And I forgot about chocolate orange as a combination, and I was like, I don't really know if I like that combination, but I'm willing to give it another chance, you know? And these are absolutely delicious and wonderful. I had my mom try them, and then she immediately decided that she wants to buy like 6 of them to give out to family members during the holidays. So I also got some peppermint extract. If you can't tell, I do love a good chocolate peppermint flavor combination. Last but not least, I also got a little gift, free gift. I love these coffees, so I'm saving it for a day when I just really need it, you know? I also love that they ship with 100% recyclable materials and carbon neutral shipping. And you know I love it because you don't have to leave the house to order goodies like this. You can be lazy and just stay home. Or if you already did your grocery shopping, you know, at some grocery store, but there's still more specific items you need to get, like for me, this coconut non-dairy condensed milk. You can get that on Thrive Market, so you don't have to go to multiple stores. So if you're interested in trying out Thrive Market, you can click the link in the description down below or go to thrivemarket.com/Emily Ewing, and you can get 30% off your first order as well as a free gift worth up to $60. Pretty nice. Thank you again to Thrive Market for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the video. And here I am figuring out where I want to put some Christmas decorations that I just bought. I got this Christmas tree cookie jar from Target. I don't really like buying like stuff like this, like little knickknacks, you know, from a corporation like Target. It makes me feel bad. I'm always like, oh, I could thrift this, you know, I could thrift stuff like this. Why am I buying it here? But you know, first of all, I just wanted to buy a couple decorations, okay? Because I don't have much Christmas decorations and I wanted something cute for my videos. And it's hard to find things that would match my kitchen, you know? Because my kitchen has like baby blue and lavender. So I wasn't sure how I would be able to go about that. But I saw this cookie jar at Target and it has baby blue on it. So I was like, okay, I gotta get it. And also this Mary sign was just fun and I liked it. Yeah, and it's more of like a berry red, you know, that like vintage red. Does that make sense? So it seems less harsh with my colors in here. I think it's fun. Here I am showing you some cheeses, some Miyoko's cheeses that I got from Grocery Outlet that were expiring. You know, I had plans of using them. I was like, I'm gonna make a beautiful charcuterie board, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make it for this thing, you know, with these people. And then that didn't end up happening. And then I was like, oh, I'll make it for this thing with these people, and then that didn't end up happening. So I just ended up forgetting about them and they were about to expire. So I was like, you know what I could do is cut them into little like bits, little triangles, you know, and put them in the freezer. And then whenever I just want to have a little nice cheese plate with some crackers, I can just take out one of those little triangles of cheese and let it defrost, let it thaw, and have it, you know. But right now I'm actually trying them and I just cut them up on a plate. I tried to make it look kind of cute. Okay, I don't know anything about charcuterie boards. Also, it was just for myself, so it's just a nice little plate, okay? Don't take it too seriously. Also, my crackers are too big for the pieces of cheese and meat that I had. These are just the tofurkey ham slices, which I think are pretty good, especially if you're mixing them with like cheese and crackers, you know. They're also good in like a grilled cheese, like a ham and cheese melt, you know, in my humble opinion. And now I'm making some pumpkin oats. I don't know why I don't have footage of me putting the pumpkin in the oats, but basically I made my oats and then I added a big scoop of pumpkin and I'm stirring that together. And then I'm adding some pecans and I'm adding some white chocolate chips. This bag of white chocolate chips is like never ending. I swear, like I keep putting white chocolate chips and stuff being like, oh, I'm gonna use them up. And then they're still there. They've just been there. Apparently no one likes white chocolate chips, okay? I didn't know this. I thought it was like everybody likes white chocolate. They just don't like it as much as chocolate, you know? But no, so many people I know don't like white chocolate. So let me know down in the comments below, do you like white chocolate? I like it. It's just like I'm not gonna be super excited about it, but I think it's fun. I think it's like solid chunks of frosting, basically. And also I put my little spices in there, you know, cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. I ran out of pumpkin spice, so I've been doing it like manually. My parents really like to go to lunch at this restaurant that's near my apartment, and whenever they do, they get sweet potato fries and then they don't finish them and then they drop off the rest of them with me, which I find really weird, but like I appreciate it obviously, so no complaints. And I always reheat them in the air fryer, but I'm a kind of person who doesn't really want sweet potato fries unless I can have a little dip with them, you know? So here I'm making my little dip, and it's basically just some mayonnaise, then you add some mustard, then you add some pickle juice, just a little bit of pickle juice to like thin it out, you know, and just give it that acidity. I used to use lemon juice, and then when I didn't have lemon juice, I'd be like, oh no, I can't make my little dip. But pickle juice. I tried to add some Thanksgiving inspired seasonings and herbs, okay, because I was like, I want to make everything in this video holiday themed, but I also wanted to just show my fries and dip for some reason. But you know, I was just impatient and hungry. I wanted to get my fries in the air fryer so I could eat them quicker, but I should have put my seasonings and my herbs and stuff on the fries. I should have cooked them with the seasonings. It would have been better, because honestly you couldn't taste them one bit in the dip, but it was still delightful. Just no Thanksgiving flavors at all, but I do love that everything but the leftover seasoning. It's so good. And here I am retrieving some peppermint extract that I got to make chocolate peppermint things for the holidays. But mainly I wanted to make a chocolate peppermint coffee, and yes, first I am microwaving some water so that it's hot, so that I can mix in my cocoa powder. And I would just say use the least amount of water that you possibly can to mix in the cocoa powder. Like I honestly could have used less than this, but it ended up being like fine. But I use like a strong coffee, so just keep that in mind, I guess. But yes, I mix it into my water, so then I have just a chocolate liquid, you know. I also added my agave in there and some peppermint extract. I don't know how much peppermint extract I used. Maybe like a half teaspoon or something. I just did a little pour. I was too scared to put too much. It ended up being the perfect amount. Just a little hint of mint, you know, in there. A little bit of refreshing flavor. Another thing that I know a lot of people hate is chocolate mint. I don't get it. I think it's a perfect combination of flavors. But it's fine. I understand. But like I don't get it, you know. But anyways, I added my coffee in there, and then I added my ice cubes, also some oat milk, and this was absolutely delicious and just so pleasant on this day. It was wonderful. I will speak about it more in a minute. Okay, so I want to try this Wicked Foods, Wicked Kitchen. I thought it was Wicked Kitchen. Is it Wicked Foods? I got this at Walmart. Mac and peas. And I thought the tagline was kind of funny. It says a mac and cheese style sauce made with coconut alternatives for cheese and peas for grain. And I had to read that a few times to like understand what they were trying to say, because I was like, a mac and cheese style sauce made with coconut alternative for cheese and peas for green. Like I was like so confused. But they mean they used coconut alternative for the cheese and peas for the green. But that doesn't like make sense. But that's okay because I'm very excited to try it. Do we like the Christmas tree here or over there? I'm not sure where I like it best. This is like, there's an empty space here anyways, and I feel like it's more noticeable here, you know? I feel like it's like, just blends into the background over there and you don't really see it. But apparently my roommate doesn't like it. She thinks it's weird that it's on the stove, which I think is a bit fair. But people put stuff on their stoves, right? I think it's fun. Anyways, I really like this coffee. It's very like subtly chocolate and subtly peppermint and subtly sweet. So it's just like a instead of like, you know, you go to Starbucks and you get like a chocolate peppermint drink and there's like chocolate sauce and it's like super like, it's very sweet and like flavored. This is just like, oh, like it's just a coffee, but it has like a little chocolate peppermint little, you know. And I'm excited that this has 10 grams of protein in it. I mean, that's not that much protein, but for like a little thing like this, oh, it's not very much at all. But I guess it's gonna get bigger. You just get bigger. Very excited. Okay. You know, it smells like vegan Cheetos, to be honest with you. It smells, so far I think I like the Annie's one better. Dude, what? It has to not be like absorbed enough yet or something because so much sauce. What kind of noodles are these? I don't really like this. It tastes like, what are they called? What are they called? Tastes like puffs. Tastes like hippies. That's what it tastes like. Tastes like you blended those up and made soup with them. This is not good. It's like crunchy. I hate it. It's still not going anywhere. I'm putting some milk in here. It says you're not supposed to microwave it, but should I just microwave it? Maybe I'll try to microwave it. I'm putting milk. I don't know. Like, I just really don't like it. Ugh. Alright, well, I'm gonna season it. And I'm putting some butter. I don't have time for this right now. I have to go pick up my dog from the vet. This is soup. I really hate it. Tastes better now. But at least now it's a good soup, you know? Now it's a good soup. And now I'm making that gochujang meat that I showed you in a recent video that I got from Grocery Outlet by a brand called Unlimit or something like that. It's very good. I just microwaved it and then put it on like a rice bowl. I had plans of making something more fun and exciting with it, but it ended up being that I just had to use it this night because I didn't have anything else to eat other than a rice bowl, but we didn't have enough tofu. I don't know. I ended up using it and I just microwaved it and it was actually so delicious. It tastes very meaty, a lot more meaty than I expected. It's like a pulled pork. I mean, the texture, the flavor, everything. But the sauce is so good. The gochujang sauce is like sweet and spicy and delicious. Then I also added some tofu that I just poured some soy sauce, sesame oil, and some mushroom umami seasoning on to. Then I added my mayonnaise sauce that I just made with some kimchi juice, sweet chili sauce, and sriracha, and mix it all together. And I love this lazy meal so much. I just put whatever like crunchy veggies I have, whatever protein thing I have, and a nice sauce, and mix it together, and you know, it's a great lazy meal. And I also found out that this company uses upcycled grains, which I thought was pretty cool, and it's also women owned, so you know, it wasn't cheap. I mean, like at Grocery Outlet it was like a decent deal, but it was like not cheap for Grocery Outlet. You know, usually at Grocery Outlet I can get meats for like $2 or $3. But I just wanted to try it, and I think it's worth paying a little more because it's so good and so easy to prepare, and the fact that it's upcycled ingredients, you know, I want to support it. But yes. And now I'm making some stuffed dates, and I love stuffed dates. Again, this is like a holiday twist on a thing that I like to eat often, which is dates with peanut butter in them. I learned this year that it's even better when you microwave the dates before you put the stuff in it, because it makes it more gooey and caramely, you know. So here I'm pitting my dates and opening them up. Actually, I'm breaking them in half, so I have more boats to fill. And then I just get some water on my hand and like flick it on the plate, you know, so that while it microwaves, it gets more like gooey, you know. And then I'm adding some gingerbread pecan butter in there, which is just so decadent and lovely. And then I also added some actual pecans, the nuts, on top, and a sprinkle of salt. And this was so delicious. It's like a luxurious little treat, you know, like little pecan pies, each of them. It was absolutely delicious. I should make these like a plate of them for like a thing, you know? Or should I? Because these are not the cheapest ingredients. Dates, you know? And like, what if people don't even appreciate them? A lot of people don't appreciate dates, you know? They're so good. Like, I want you to be like really loving it, okay? If I serve them to you. And now I'm making, you guessed it, another coffee. I'm finally making what someone suggested for me to do in a comment in a recent video, which was to make a pumpkin spice latte with my pumpkin spice spread. And so here I am doing that. I'm again microwaving some water so that it's hot so I can mix in my pumpkin spice spread. It's like a jelly, so didn't really want to just like mix that straight into the drink. I realize now that I probably could have just used the hand frother to do that, but at the same time I had broke it before this day. I didn't actually break it, I fixed it, but I thought it was broken at this day. So at this day it was broken to me, you know, essentially. So yes, I'm mixing in some pumpkin spice spread, which actually also has apple in it, so it's like an apple butter with some pumpkin and spices, whatever. Mixing it into the water. I added my seasonings into the water. I also added ginger this time for more of a gingerbready kind of thing, you know. We're crossing into Christmas territory now, and yeah, mixing it together, but it's not gonna mix without the frother. But I don't have the frother, so I gotta shake it. So I put a towel over it because I didn't know how well this jar sealed, you know? It actually sealed fine though. I really don't need to tell you all this information, but yeah, so I have my little pumpkin spice juice right there, and I took a big whiff of it, and it just so much ginger right into my nostrils. So that's what that base is. And then I'm mixing my coffee in there, and then I am putting my ice in there, and then I put my milk in there, and it's just so... I made one for my roommate also, and she said it tastes like gingerbread. Honestly, I can't really taste the pumpkin in there, but I feel like usually you can't really taste the pumpkin too much in like a pumpkin spice latte. You know, it's more about the spices. Maybe there's just a slight fruitiness or vegetalness to it. I don't know. What would you consider pumpkin? Fruity or vegetal? Because it doesn't really, you know, it is a fruit, right? More than a vegetable? Or is it? But it's not, it's not fruity, you know? Anyways, I just think it's so fun. It's so important to have your little drinky drink, you know? It's so important to have that in life. And now I'm making the last meal of the video, the last oatmeal of the video. I'm showing you this sweet potato butter that my mom bought me on a trip. She brought it back to me and it's not quite what I expected. When she said sweet potato butter, it's not exactly what I expected. Like it's like a jelly kind of thing, like an apple butter. I don't really know what I was expecting, but never heard of sweet potato butter before. I didn't know that it existed. And so, you know, I have to think of things that I want to do with it. I know I want to try it on like toast, but if you have any other suggestions, please let me know, like more interesting suggestions, you know. But right now I'm making oatmeal with it, of course. I'm making like a sweet potato spice oatmeal, like pumpkin spice, but with sweet potato. And of course it was delicious. I love sweet potatoes in anything, so that's not really that interesting of news, you know. But yes, it was quite delightful. And that's it for this video. I appreciate you clicking on it and watching it. I also appreciate Thrive Market for sponsoring this video. Remember that if you want to get 30% off your first order as well as a free gift, you can click the link in the description below or go to thrivemarket.com/Emily Ewing. Anyways, I hope your it's fall. I hope your fall season is going well and that you have a good rest of your day. Goodbye. See you later. I don't know what it smells like, but it smells so good. Oh my god. What am I tasting? What am I smelling? Oh, I know what it reminds me of. It smells like and subtly tastes like the marshmallows in Lucky Charms. Somehow. I don't know how.